Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer something a little different today. And this is a spring quarterly review and check-in to see where things are at from the past, where we're moving in the future for the next 3 months. Kind of just doing a little quarter check-in here. And this is a particular spread I've been playing with on my own for a little bit, just getting a little more clarity with it, so I figured I would incorporate it for our readings. So if you like this kind of stuff, let me know in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe, all those fun things. Also, if you see something different in any of the cards that I'm using, feel free to leave that in the comments as well, because you never know what someone might hear or need to hear that I might not pick up. So so what we're going to do is we're going to look at the last quarter, the last 3 months. We're going to look at the next quarter, what energies are going forward into it, and then we're going to see what energy is opening up for you, kind of a gateway door, whichever one, which I'm using the Gateway of Light activation for that. And then we're using another one of my new decks, which is the Herbal Astrology Oracle, to see if there's any opportunities that are coming up, challenges, or what kind of plant, spirit, planetary medicine might be showing up to work with you as well. So let's get started here for our air. Air covers the zodiac signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So if you're Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or have air high up in your charts, here we go. Air, you are starting off with, in the past 3 months or so, the Four of Earth, frugalness, extravagance, and control. I feel like you've been kind of playing both sides with this. Like, you're going to hold things back. You're not going to spend as much as you normally would. But there's other areas of life, Air, where you're kind of more frivolous with your spending. You also have 4-4 back here, angel numbers. And there's this energy of something closed off. I'm getting this image that you have wanted to spend on certain things, but you feel guilty about doing so. Like, you want to go out and buy the new vehicle, but can we really afford it? You want to go, pick up that new book or that whatever it is, but you're holding yourself back, and that's not a bad thing. But there's also this energy at other points where you're just kind of like, but I'm just going to do it. And this past 3 months or so has been a very interesting push-pull, where you're trying to stay in control of everything that's going on, but you're also kind of fighting. The energy that they keep showing me is fighting your own demons, where you're like, you need to do certain things, and you're not quite there, but then at other points you're like, whatever, I'm just going to do whatever. And it doesn't have to be about finances. Earth tends to be that direction. Your second card, though, is the Six of Earth, and this is again your past energy, charity, generosity, and a windfall. So this might have also been the reason that you're having this particular struggle, is the fact that you had good luck, good fortune has come into your life, and that's been one of those, like, I want to save this, I want to be careful with it, but then there's this other energy of like, wee, throw it away. So you've got this interesting dichotomy the last 3 months, and it's all about something that you have earned, gained, or a surprise that came into your life. And it could be financial, it could be something else. With Earth, it tends to be hearth, home, business, that kind of stuff. And that's where you've had a push and pull struggle. That's the only energy I keep seeing here for Air, is you've wanted to do stuff, but you held back. You've wanted to, you've held back. But then there's other parts where you're just kind of like, I don't care, and you're going to do your thing. So it's the last 3 months have been a little confusing for you as far as the Earth energy aspects, hearth, home, family. It could be romance as well tied into that. You're just not sure, and that happens with people. But for Air, this is really unstable because you like to know. Knowledge is your thing. Gaining wisdom, always increasing, that's your thing. And this energy that you've been coming out of has been a struggle. You're not quite balanced like you would like to be, and that's where some of this push-pull is coming from. But going forward, there's a new beginning coming in, because you have the Zero, which is the dreamer. Traditional tarot, this would be the Fool. Beginning, believing, and protected. So going forward, you're actually being offered something new, something different, something more aligned with what your soul is hunting for. More balance, more stability, more education, more knowledge. But this is that shift that was occurring. This last 3 months was basically calling you to realign yourself and be ready for this new beginning. Because what I'm hearing is what was going on this last little bit was necessary for Air's soul to clear out the stuff that's not working, to get clear on what it is you want to create going forward. So this springtime quarter reading is really saying you went through some stuff that you didn't like. Did you learn from it? And are you ready to take the next steps? Because you are being offered something new here. So let's see what Source is bringing in new for you, Air. We have the Six of Fire, success, recognition, and self-esteem. Well, that's huge because you have learned from what was going on in the past. You don't like that. So you're trying to find balance. This past is everything that's been thrown aside. And so you've been searching for this balance, which is coming on a new path. And the Six of Fire, this is tying into a passion project. This is tying into something that inflames your soul. It could be a promotion at work, or all of a sudden, like, you've been dealing with chaos, you get this promotion, all of a sudden you're like, this is what I was trying for. This makes sense to me. So be aware that it may come in a way that you are not ready for, or in a way that you didn't expect. But that's also going to tie into this recognition where other people are going to notice that you've changed. The last few months may have been a little difficult for you, might be a little bit of chaos there, and others were like, oh, Air, how can we help? And you're like, get off me, I got to figure this out. But the Six of Fire is where you're going to step out of that, and then others are going to notice, ooh, look at Air, they're being all like smart and sexy is the word I heard. So you're able to move out of that pretty easily. Your last card is the Six of Water. Memories, childhood, and nostalgia. It might be also tied into the fact that there's some inner child work that needs to be dealt with a little bit, but you're having such a good time with that Six of Fire that this is more of a do this at the same time, because you are working with two sixes here. So it's not like these two energies are separate, they're just two different aspects. The fire is outside, this is inside, but it's allowing you to change, grow, and expand. And you also have, and this could be June, because June 6th month, so you've got that going too. But it's also the union of opposites, because water and fire do not like each other. But in this energy that I'm feeling right now, this is your call to alchemize that, which the dreamer has to learn lessons to be able to bring these two warring factions together. But these two are two that you understand. That is the one thing I'm hearing really loud for Air. You already know what your Six of Water is, what inner child work, what memory or nostalgia that is being brought forward to help you understand things. And the Six of Fire, you already knew that this was there, but now it's being called to bring this energy together. You knew this passion was available, you just never used it before. And you knew that there were some memories that were being brought to the surface, but you weren't sure how to expand or understand that. And that is why the last 3 months have been the chaos of the 4 and the 6 of Earth. Again, sixes. You've got a lot of sixes here. But what it's really saying is, and 4 and 6 equals 10, so this could be a number 1, bringing you into a new beginning. Sorry. But you have this energy coming up here for Air that is your past was a push-pull. You had success, but you wanted to be frugal. You were being extravagant, but you're trying to be in control. You were offering things in charity and generosity, but then you'd found out that didn't work as well as you'd like it to. So your past 3 months have been a little chaotic. Going forward, you're starting something completely new. Like, you didn't like the past, so you're going to the future. And with the future, you're being called to bring things together. And when you've got the 6 of Earth, the 6 of Fire, and the 6 of Water here, we're not looking at that number, but what we're seeing is this could be June is when things really start to be revealed to you, which June is also Gemini's month, so you're tying into your air energy right there, where you're stepping into your first zodiac authority. So I would say definitely keep an eye on June for that, but also be excited for this new possibility, this dreamer energy. This is something to be joyful for. It's something that you can be like, the past, the chaos, the frustration, it's over. I can go forward and I don't have to worry about that anymore because it is no longer yours to carry. So the gateway, the energy that's opening up for you right now, and this is huge, is the Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. Lemurian quartz crystals, some of the lore that I've read about it is these were planted as seeds, the crystals were, by the Lemurian people, encoding all of their wisdom, knowledge, and healing into the barcode. You can kind of see it there. That's on these crystals. These crystals, naturally, when you run your thumb along them, it feels like there's a barcode underneath your finger. And they have some very interesting meditation healing focuses, but you can also just carrying them around or wearing them also enhances that. So what we're seeing here with this energy, tying it into your reading here, as far as the gateway of knowledge is opening. The gateway of healing is opening. Sometimes you have to be a bit more sensitive, and that's not always easy, air, because you want to be the strong, and air is seen to be the intelligent of the zodiac, and they can be a little, airheaded at times, but we're very serious about things. Okay, but that's not all that you are, air. That's not who you are at totality. And that's where living with grace, you're being graceful with yourself, you're being graceful with others, and you're showing everyone around you that you are unique. You are not that chaos that was going on. Heaven forbid. But you are something different, and you are okay with changing that alchemizing the opposites, the 6 of water and the 6 of fire. You're the one who can bring these together, air, because you can stand in the middle and draw these two warring factions together, and you do so in a way that weaves a web of grace, weaves a web of unity. You're able to communicate beyond what other people's expectations are, and that for air is huge. So you are really in this area of understanding growth and transformation, but it's not so simple. Like, I'm saying simple words here, but for air, what I'm feeling is these are groundbreaking things. Like, yes, you can do it, but look at how big it is, and look how much of a challenge it is. And air, that's lighting you up real big right now, because you want this. You want to overcome this situation, because you know that on the other side is even more knowledge, is even more wisdom. Because how I define wisdom is knowledge plus experience. And that's what's happening here. You're going to use all that experience, and you're going to amplify it forward, because you're ready for this next level. Now, our opportunity or challenge, this can also bring in some guardian energy, a little plant energy. It's the herbal astrology oracle, this little dude here. And you have number 16, Mukana, which the word underneath is journey. And it looks like you have Mercury and Neptune. Don't quote me on that. We'll look it up, because I'm terrible, because we got these two up here. Looks like Mercury and Neptune. But this is the energy, and this journey is, you're on a journey of soul. Could be physical as well. You might be changing locations, or could be some shifts going on in your physical world. But what I'm getting here is this is a spiritual journey for you, air. You've been looking for this change. That's what's causing this push and pull in the last few months, why it feels chaotic for you. Because your soul has been like, get over here, we've got new things to start. But that's what's coming up, and this is the plant that's coming with this is this Mukana, and it's a call to accept this new steps, accept this new version of the journey. And our number here is 16. And that one, if you add the numbers together, it's 7, which is a perfect number. So you're really in this energy of, when you take these steps and you bring it all together, you're stepping into perfection. You're stepping into a divine aspect. So this is not simply a physical thing. Like I said, physical is not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling this is definitely an internal spiritual thing for you, or mental, mind, spirit, energy. And we are working with state of transitions, leaving behind what is familiar, moving towards the unknown, connections to the higher self, trusting and higher consciousness. And it's Mercury and Uranus. That's the other one. That's little dude hiding over here is Uranus. Sorry, not good with astrology. This deck has been kind of fun for that. The large velvet beans of Mucuna have been toasted and roasted to make a coffee substitute for years. The plant was used in traditional healing, though, for thousands of years before that. In Ayurvedic medicine, it's known as Kapikachu. Hopefully that's right. And it was used to treat parasites, stress, anxiety, rheumatic disorders, diabetes, menstrual issues, and even cancer. Well, that's quite the collection. And in India, it's also used as an aphrodisiac, a uterine stimulant, a nervous tonic, and a blood purifier. So, really, if we're going to look at this plant, you've got a lot going on there, Air. It's also used in Chinese medicine and Taoist traditions, and it is a vital essence enhancer. Where are we at here? Sorry, I don't read all the little details because that's a lot. And there's also some research into Parkinson's disease, helps with the pituitary gland to produce human growth hormone, and has been studied in raising testosterone. So there's a lot of benefits here. Let's hop down to Mucuna is ruled by both Mercury and Uranus as of its chemical assets and stimulants for neurotransmitters in the brain. It's also known to enhance the third eye, or the seat of the soul. Mucuna energizes and activates subtle pathways in the body and mind, becoming one of nature's greatest consciousness enhancing plants. And when they talk about, where did that go? The subtle pathways, these are the meridians. This is the acupuncture and acupressure points. It's where they cross over. And when you really start digging into that, that's an entirely different set of things. But that's also an indicator of the healing aspect, readdressing the balance. And Air, that's what you're trying to do in your own personal life. It's a new beginning, so you get to start something new. And the 6 of water and the 6 of fire are going to be the two main weapons, quote unquote, that you're going to use to activate that. And this can also say that you're in a state of transition, leaving familiar territory and moving into something new. And it's time for this shift. That's where this past 3 months have been a little chaotic for you, as you knew you needed to do this, you just didn't want to. The powers of Mercury and Uranus appear as spontaneous opportunities out of the blue. It's the power of the higher mind magnetizing opportunities to match your spirit's frequencies. Don't resist the journey in the name of comfort. So Air, you are really in a spot right now where you know things have to change. The last few months, like I said, with what's going on here, have been unpleasant. The doorway of the Lemurian seed codes is opening. It's a healing doorway. It's a path of knowledge and wisdom. You're ready to take the next steps, like, get me out of this chaos. I want to go forward. And you also have Mucuna that is coming in to say, let's heal the body, mind, and spirit, bring everyone back into alignment, readdress that balance, and move forward. And like I said, this energy that I keep seeing is something that's going to finalize in June, or something that's going to happen in June to really anchor this message home that you've needed this. It's time for this shift, and now you're ready to move into this next level of awareness or consciousness. They're giving me both words, so however that plays out for you. But it's going to be an interesting next few months. But like I said, this 6 of water, 6 of fire, this is, you get to be the joining factor. You're the one bringing these two energies together. And it's because of your unique ability to understand both languages. Water is emotions, fire is the passions and creation, and you know how to take both of them, amplify them to their most perfected state, and weave them together in a way that really no one else can. So you have that ability, and you're going to be using that a lot the next little while is what I'm hearing. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your month and a great rest of your quarter. Comment, let me know your thoughts, feelings, and impressions. And if you come back to this later to be like, oh my heck, this is what happened, I would love to hear from that. So have a great rest of your month. I'll see you in the next video.